Hi everybody, welcome to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. We are taking a stroll where?
We're at Red Butte Gardens. Absolutely beautiful. We've seen snakes. I am so happy. Not that snakes are a main attraction here. Although if you're Zoe, it would be rolling down the hill until basically her skirt is over her head.
All right.
My daughter.
You guys enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Let's bring on the video.
My daughter.
Like, I'm not him on the snake. Ears neck. Oh.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. Welcome back, and if you are one of the people who's making a boatload of money in the real estate market right now, number one, congratulations. We
Nice
love you.
job.
Number two, invite us to dinner. But number three, maybe go by and pick up your check from the escrow office yourself.
Oh, that's always so fun, though.
Well, here's the funny thing. Everything has become so easy now and streamlined. And when we did it, we just basically gave her account number and her email. And they're like, oh, yeah, we got that's taken care of. And we
And
looked
also,
at the day. And
there's that bing
you're like, that's
in your
wonderful.
account. That's great.
Well, there was a real estate agent out down in Vernal, and she knew she was getting a big chunk of money from an income property. So she said, you know, I'm in the neighborhood. I'll just go pick up my 60 grand for my escrow. And the girl goes, oh, yeah, I was just about to send it to you. I've got your email, and here's the instructions. And she looked in, she goes, that's not my email.
What?
Hackers have come up with something brand new now where they're actually going in, they're hacking into real estate agents, into escrow companies, title companies, and they're just squatting there.
What?
And when something big enough comes up, like a
this-
transaction comes through, they go bing, and they nail it, and then they redirect it to another account.
So if
And all of
she
a sudden,
hadn't
the
have been,
money's gone.
if she hadn't have been there, that money would have been gone, and there was no way she was going to get it back.
They took $20 million from Utah just last year.
The whole state.
$20 million just to the
crazy.
hackers. So fair warning, it might be worth going back to the old-fashioned thing of, I'm just going to come get it. I want you to put it in my hands.
The old school way.
Right.
This next story is interesting because it's always fun when you order something on Amazon, then you get it. It's like your birthday and stuff. But this lady, this did not stop for her.
Well, you know, a lot of influencers, like, we're considered that. Isn't that funny? Social media influencers will get random stuff from Amazon where they want you to review it or talk about it.
Right, right.
This woman is not any of those things. Katie White is basically minding her own business, and she found the first box on her doorstep in West Valley City.
Which is awesome.
It was a home waxing kit.
Oh, ouch.
The next thing was light bulbs. Thing after that was decorative knickknacks. Now here's the problem. Katie didn't order any of it.
Wait, I don't see it.
And so after the first one, she freaked and she went and checked her bank account, making sure that nothing was coming off her credit card.
Right.
Nothing. So by the time the next package arrived, she called Amazon and said, this isn't mine. I didn't order. They went, she said, who's ordering? They went, we can't tell you that. We have to protect their privacy.
What an eclectic group of gifts.
So she went back and she said, I want to double check this isn't coming back on me. Because I didn't order
Right,
this.
right,
And they said,
right.
yeah, it's fine. And so she kept getting packages. And she's like, really, I don't want you to send me anything else because it's creeping me out at
I
this
would
point.
like it.
Amazon's like, well, you know,
It's just
could
not.
be many different things happening here. We don't know, but there's another package on its way.
And it's not going to stop.
Isn't that amazing?
How
So-
fun is that?
Well,
I want that.
You don't know who's sending it, and why are they picking specific items for you?
I just like the waxing, and I like the light bulbs. What kind of combination is that?
This poor woman. I mean, the weirdest part though is that Amazon's position is we have to protect the buyers. So you would just, I guess,
This is
take the
true.
box and like it.
All right, so what I'm about to talk about is something that I have been
Fascinated
fascinated by for the last 20 years, and it's Chernobyl. And it's the whole story about it, and the fact that this whole community, this whole area,
the absolute worst nuclear disaster in the history of the world for youngsters who may or may not know a lot about Chernobyl.
1986.
Unimaginable.
So the radiation was so intense, they call it the Red Forest. They turned all the trees rust color, dead. Radiation, just radiation.
An unimaginable
killing
level.
A tree. To me is so unbelievable. And anyway, so I've watched the specials. There's a woman who did a documentary online, and she went in on her motorcycle, and she had all the tags on to register radiation and make sure she didn't get exposed too much. And you can't go there more than
they actually have tourist things that go in, and you can't take any souvenirs back out because people are picking up pieces of a building going, I'm going to take it home. It's like it has a half-life of 200 years.
20,000. So in the early documentaries,
20,000
years. It was don't step on the moss in the cracks in the pavement because it will release dust, and the dust has that stuff in it, corner of buildings, stuff like this. Some old people who were in their 70s moved back to their farms because they'd much rather die there than wherever, and they were 70.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's the deal. So they're doing tourism now, and they're taking people on tours. One guy's been on 4. He's not allowed to go on another one because of the level. He's got his load of whatever the thing is. But the animal population has gone berserk, and there's no mutant versions of anything. They're just animals that most animals are living 10 or 15 years, so they don't have a lifetime exposure. But there are bears and wolverines and raccoons and wolf packs, and there's all these different animals. I don't want to bug the radiation
wolf pack. I don't want to bug them.
That's like a horror movie. That's like a horror movie.
This area.
It's like they're wolves.
But they have been.
But they have radiation.
But they have examined some of them, and they're genetically. A lot of these species are considered mutant now because they have additions and bits and strings.
Guess who didn't do well with the radiation? Bugs.
After all of our fears, the cockroaches were the last thing.
Mosquitoes and flies and stuff like that just didn't make it. But it's so interesting to me. Is that the only thing that it could find was the barn swallows. They had a partial albinoism. That was it. That's the only thing they could detect that was different from the radiation.
That's absolutely amazing. You don't really want to do this. You want to go on one of these, don't you?
No.
You sure? Because you're really
because the sad part is when they showed this, and CNN did a whole thing on Chernobyl about this, and it's a great series. People taking selfies in front of things, and
the unimaginable tragedy. It's like taking a selfie in front of
and smiling,
Auschwitz.
and
I mean, it's like
it's just really hard to watch it. But anyway, really interesting. The special on CNN, if you're into this.
So massive amounts of animals are coming back. That's the thing that's so incredible.
A huge amount. It is a wild kingdom again.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, well, tell me something good. I thought this was awesome. You know that high-intensity exercise, this is the big new thing. And basically, it's high-intensity interval training where you basically have to bust your butt until you're half dead. Then you get a rest or do a lower exercise for a few minutes and then bust your butt again. Now, this
sounds harsh and yeah.
Unfortunately, the repeated bouts of intense exercise, then separated by periods of rest, have shown to improve physical health faster and longer reaching more than any other kind of exercise.
Really?
However, for most people, we are like, I don't want to do that.
I don't. I'll do the hard part and then I'll just stop.
Well, this is interesting, and I love this man's name, Matthew Stork.
Mm-hmm.
He's a physical therapist up at the University of British Columbia, and he was going through this with the high-intensity exercise, and he was kind of gauging a couple of people and saying, what's working for you? And every one of them said motivational music, the music that's like my jam, my thing to get going. So he gathered together this big group population and said, okay, here's this selection of like 60 songs. Tell us your most motivational ones. And then out of those, he culled the top 3. He put them into a mixtape, and then he put
Yeah.
them on all of the test subjects who were doing the high-intensity interval exercise.
Right.
Now, here's the deal. It was amazing because what they found out is that the people who used the motivational music could go 10 minutes longer than anyone else
Shut
with
up.
fewer cool-down periods.
Really?
Which I think is really incredible. And they also exhibited more elevated heart rates and peak power with the music versus like the
I can see
podcasting
that.
they
I can
tried
see
to
that.
use or a couple of the other things.
I can see it. Mine would be Stairway to Heaven. But I can see well, yeah, if you got the Rocky theme going, I can see, the 80s music going and stuff. I can see that.
That's the only way I've ever been able to run. But the fact, though, that he said it's specifically motivational songs and they have to be run in a routine so that you're stuck in with them while you're doing the high intensity exercise.
Is it individual for each people or each person, or do they?
Well, he used
do
the
it for the gang?
generalized series of 3 songs over a test subject group of like 2,700. So whatever they were apparently intensely
They worked.
motivational.
All right, very
That is
cool.
cool.
Well,
Now-
I'll have to find those songs someday.
I'll look them up.
So anyway, there are pests that everyone deals with. We have some rascally squirrels that come in and eat
The raccoon is not friendly.
The raccoon likes
not
the
ours.
bird feeder, stuff like that. People in Seattle, this gentleman up in King County, this is in Seattle, he has an issue because he had seen 5 bears in his brother's yard that day while
That seems like a problem. to
he
me.
was amending a fence, and it's country talk.
Thanks, honey.
And so finally, another one came out, and he had his gun with him, because he's like, I'm
Mending
working.
a fence and apparently in a place where there's bears.
When you're amending a fence, you're carrying the gun. And so basically, the story goes
Okay.
is that he was chasing the bear off the property, and he shot himself. The gun dropped and went off, and he shot himself. I would have peed myself. He shot himself.
He claimed he was chasing the bear.
No, actually, that's untrue. That's what people all say, because that's the way they heard the story the first time. Actually, the leg wound, he's not dead.
Oh, that's good.
Probably wished he was for a while, because it's fairly extensive. But he said, I didn't chase that bear, it chased me. Who in their right mind would chase a black bear?
Good for you, honey. Good for you.
And all I can think of
So
was
he stumbled and tripped and the gun went off.
he dropped the gun, it went off, it shot him in the leg, and the only thing I can think of is the bear going, this is just too easy. Thank you. This is, I already smell the blood. Thank you so much. This is, wow, I was going to have to chase you down, and now I don't.
Plus,
What a
It's going to take
relief.
you a while to reload, so I can just take my time on your leg.
I'm just going to sit down and text my friends, find
Do
out
a
what.
selfie with you. And then,
There you go. There you go, Mr. Farmer Dude. There you go.
that
All
is
right.
so horrible.
And now it's dinner time.
The only thing worse is if, like, the bear had actually taken the rifle from him and shot him.
No,
I mean, really, I don't think
it's
you could have
just-
made this worse.
It's just, would you cover yourself in gravy? And I will be happy now. Thank you very much. No, he lived. The bear went away, and now he's doing reconstructive surgery on the bear that was chasing him. He wasn't chasing the bear. There you go. All right. Well, thanks for watching today. It's the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. You just don't chase bears, and don't shoot yourself in the foot or the leg or whatever he did. Don't do that.
Thank you for your cautionary tale, honey. I think it's going to come in so handy as a commonality between all of
Kids,
us, right?
listen to Uncle Todd. Don't shoot yourselves. Okay, good. Thanks. Have
While
a good
chasing
day.
a bear, or the bear chasing you.
Exactly. All right. We're not judging.